Howdy folks, this is Crypto for Cash. Now preparing ourselves for the latest damage report seems to be a daily event. Between the crashing economy and the increasing number of sick people around the world, and even worse, the increasing number of deaths. And then we've got stores running out of supplies and hospitals running out of supplies, and people are out of work and low on money, and hoping that the two sides of our government can get along just long enough to get a stimulus bill agreed on so we can get some help from our government. What a position to be in. Under these conditions, if you're a government worker, whether it's federal, state, or county, you're probably okay for a while with some paid time off and vacation days and sick days and stuff like that. But there are some who simply don't get paid if they can't get to work. So things are getting bad in a hurry for some. However, there are some very interesting ideas about what's going on behind the scenes while everyone's distracted with this disaster movie that we all seem to have a role in. There's a touch of conspiracy in this movie, and someday they will make a movie about this, I can guarantee it. While we're all focused on the latest bad news of the day, there's things that only a few are talking about, like a plan that's been playing out for years leading up to what's going on right now. A financial reset, a change to the digital economy. Central banks around the world have been working on central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. The U.S. stimulus bill that's being argued about right now includes a provision for a digital dollar, and China's been working on one of their own. Now, U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin personally designated Brian Brooks, Chief Legal Officer at Coinbase, to become the second in command at the U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, or the OCC. Now, why would the U.S. Treasury Secretary want an experienced cryptocurrency specialist to take a senior role as a U.S. bank regulator? After meeting with world leaders for years, the latest being Davos, Switzerland, President Trump announced he had a plan that would wipe out the $23 trillion national debt. If you get your news from mainstream media, you didn't hear about that, because at the time they were talking about his impeachment, and that's all they were talking about. I believe the plan that he was referring to was a complete financial reset and a change to the digital economy. The digital economy may not be as big of a change as some people might think. Most of us don't use cash that often these days anyway. If the government was to send out preloaded debit cards with digital dollars, you wouldn't notice any difference while you're spending it. Faster settlements means lower fees, so there's that. One thing's for sure, if every country has its own CBDC, they're going to need a bridge currency to bridge them together. There's only one out there that's got that capability that I know of. And that's why it makes perfect sense that Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse was also at Davos, Switzerland with President Trump. Central banks are changing to CBDCs. And our old system using SWIFT for money transfers will be changing to ODL, on-demand liquidity, offered by Ripple, and XRP will be that bridge currency. Now, we do have a bumpy road ahead of us. Right now, we have to somehow keep food on the table, stay home, try to keep from getting sick, and wait for a bunch of damn politicians to finish arguing. But we'll get through it somehow. And when we finally do, we'll have a better financial system and a hell of a story to tell future generations. We're all truly witnessing history right now. So stay well, try to make it through the rest of the movie. Check out Vic Wilburn Photography. You can find him on Facebook at Vic Wilburn Photo. Now, I am not a financial advisor. And all of these are just my opinions. So good luck to you. Thanks for listening to Crypto for Cash.